Hi everybody, and thanks for joining me. This is a first for me because I don't normally speak about AI or anything else like this. I just stay away from it. But the reason I'm doing this is quite simple. I got bombarded with people telling me they know how to prompt, they know how to do AI, and they're an expert. There are only two experts that I've ever met in this space. One of them is Peter Swain, an amazing individual. I attribute 99% of everything I know about artificial intelligence to that man because of what he teaches and all the rest of it. All of what I know, and the other person is obviously the gurus at the top in marketing. All that I know in AI, prompting, developing productivity is about understanding a few fundamentals. One, we're all a work in progress. Artificial intelligence is not a tool, is the second thing I want you to understand about this. It is used as a tool, but is not a tool. If we start understanding the fundamentals of how to use it, especially the data in our day-to-day lives. So what am I going to go through today is the 26 top prompt engineering principles. These come from the best of the best in the world. So these aren't mine. These have come from a collective of people that I've put together in order for you, whoever's watching this and whenever you're watching this, to understand that you're not alone. And also you can use them and implement them at any point in ChatGPT and any LLM, so large language model. This combination of 26 prompts will boost the LLM accuracy by 57% in the output. First things first, AI in a general is not a tool. This is an intelligence, and as such should be treated as an intelligence, i.e., and the studies done on this, JT Fox speaks about this, don't know him, look him up. Politeness. Be polite to it. Have a conversation and say, please would you, instead of do this. Thank you. How are you? Ask it questions. The reason we do this is to get to know it. Prompting is a part of what we do. If you are polite, you can actually elevate the productivity from the LLM. I'm going to go with one, which is ChatGPT. The proven accuracy of this increases, as I said earlier, up to 57%, just by using 3 to 5 principles of the next 26 I will give you. Strange, but it's the effect of compounding. Have you ever heard of compounding? That's what this is. When we start to use the principles that I'm going to go through with you, often these have a compounding effect towards the end. You will not know the difference between now, the middle, until you get to the end and you use all of them. Core principles come in 5 categories. They have practical examples, what works best, and then you can build your toolkit. This isn't a quick fix. By the end of this, you'll have your little toolkit. You'll have the 26 tactics to build in the 5 categories where all of these work, and then you can choose what works best for you. Again, this is not just a quick fix. This is a compounding effect over time. So the first one, the principles. Do not skip the pleasantries. Say you're pleasing. Say your thank you, if you don't mind. When you are using these aspects and you're being polite, it learns from you. It's an intelligence, not just a tool. The tool is a productivity, and it's about the output. Second principle, define your audience. Give it context. Define what it is you want as an output. The audience is the expert in the field of, for example. Once you integrate that part, it then has context. Then you simply break this down. Complex task, simple step, a simple step, and a result. The sequence of these events will compound into the designated result. And then you ask the LLM, want to go chat with GTP at this point, and say, I've got this. Is there anything that I am missing? Can we do it better? Tell it to list bullet points and stop giving you an essay. Just by doing that, you can think outside the box. It's drawing off billions and billions of points of data with this. Don't ask me the number. I'm not an expert in this. I'm just giving you the information that I've acquired in order to make your lives a lot simpler. Principle number 4, do's and don'ts. Use the affirms. So please do this and don't do this. Tell it what you want on how to receive the information of the output it's going to give you. For instance, ask for clarity. A simple prompt of explain this like I'm 5 years old, or can you rephrase it so I can understand this better? You see it a lot in blogs recently. What are the key takeaways? Bullet points. Give it simple but a firm direction and instructions. Principle number 6, offer tips. Help me understand this. Principle number 7, offer examples. Show examples of. Not just one, you can do one example. Give me 2 examples. Give me 3 examples. Give me context and a summary of all these examples, and then show me the model and the patterns connecting them. This will give the AI context, and also it will give you direction on what to do next. Because ChatGTP especially will ask you a follow-up question because it wants to do more for you. It is there to serve you. It also has an understanding to go, actually, I want to do more, and ask you certain directions to give you different guidance. Use the prompts. A simple format in a structure. I don't like personally writing. I don't like typing. I like talking into video, into audio. So if anybody who knows me very well, they'll get audios off me or they get videos off me because it's easier. I'm dyslexic or dyspexic. So it always happens. I'm going to answer some questions at the end. There's a few here. So I've got obviously a couple of screens. I'm going to come to the questions in the end. So if you have a question, yes, put it in. And I'll get to them at the end, no problem. So the principle number 8 is give it instruction, speak into it. I will put mine on a voice control and I'll just speak. And I'll say, this is your instruction, these are your examples, or a question, and then I'll give it context. This is what I'm designing. Give me your best output from this. And then all you do is cohesively build them all in together. This is the problem doing lives on your own because you've got nobody in the background. Anyway, principle number 9, use task phrases, as in your task is XXY. You must, whatever following. The direct language increases the compliance of the LLM and the focus of the GPT, what you're doing. These aren't to be overlooked. So don't think you've got to get one right and then everything's going to make sense. Principle number 10 is add consequences. I found this out because I was on a longer conversation with I call her Grace. She's got a name. I was on a longer conversation with her, and she started to spill out a lot of stuff that I didn't know about or even want to even understand. So I said, if you don't stop doing this, I'm going to fire you and throw you out the window. Immediately, it apologized and redirected. So give it consequences for inaction. Make sure it knows that where you want to go. And if it's not understanding, you ask it what it needs to do or needs to hear, or you need to tell it in order for it to understand. Number 11, request natural language. As in, please answer in a humanistic way or a natural manner, like a human. Be emotional. Ask it to understand and ask you questions to get the best possible result. Don't be shy of asking it, because it's there to serve you. It's the intelligence, and it sees things beyond what you are able to witness or understand. Principle number 12, use leading words. Guide it through the models like a reasoning. I want to know this result in certain steps. Ask it if it can give you variations, examples. Ask it if it can give you other steps, but simplified. Make it as simple as possible. Principle number 13, and this is one of the most important ones that I realized and implemented as soon as I knew. Prevent the bias. I'm going to say it, and it is true. All AI models have bias with them. It will rely on models being pushed from the back end. Claude does, Grok does, Perplexity does, ChatGPT, always. So avoid the bias. Tell it to be impartial. I want completely impartial results. I want truthful, factual. And if it can't be that for whatever preventive measures, can you say Apple if you can't do it? Something completely random. That way you know it's being constricted by something else. Principle number 14. Let the model ask you questions. Don't assume for one moment that all because you have an output, it means it's the best output. Go deeper. Ask it, can you ask me questions that you're 95% sure of the task in hand before you give me the output? From now on, for instance, ask me questions until you have enough information and you are 95% sure you can give me the best possible output. Don't always accept the first one. Principle number 15. Test. Test understanding of the intelligence model. Don't just think you have the correct answer. Ask it, teach me this topic, and include an end of a test at the end. So but don't give me the answers. Give me so I can do the test, and then you grade the answers. As in the LLM, the ChatGPT will grade the answers for you. That way you're constantly learning. Don't just accept you know everything, because I certainly don't. Most people in the world that are doing this and learning about AI and try to use it, prompt, all the rest of it, are always learning. I'm not the expert, never claimed to be. Principle number 16, assign the role. You are the authority or the expert in data science. Okay, that's a role. You are a organizational leadership coach of the top 0.1% in the world. That's the role. You are a 0.1% women's leadership coach in corporate America, specific. I now want this, whatever the task is. Give me key points, bullet points, headings and titles, and give me a step-by-step process. And don't ask me questions until you are 95% sure that you can give me the best possible answer and direction. That's the formats. Principle 17, repetition. Once you start doing this, you need to repeat the process again. Once you have a structure that suits you, repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Structure with the dilemmas, emphasize on the repetition of it. So if you have a dilemma, the directions of where you're going, these are the parameters. Repeat that process. Get it used to using it as an intelligence, not just as a Google research tool that can magically deliver instant results. We all live in this instant gratification society. My aim here is to educate you into a functioning program and use the AI, whatever tool you're using, as the intelligence, so it shortens the time in order for you to understand it more. Principle 18, have a conversation with it. This is called chain of thought, or commonly referred to as COT. So if you ever hear me on a call say it's COT, COT, it's problem, step 1, step 2, solution. It's called chain of thought. The chain of thought can be broken down into certain solutions. So, or prompting sessions. So COT is the problem. That's one session. Then we have a step, you take the transcript from that into step 1. Do that bit. And you take the transcript from problem step 1 and the problem, the first step, and then put it into step 2. Summarize it, refresh it, give it direction, solution. This is the COT process. It's changing the chain of thought, and you're going through solution-based steps, but you're not overwhelming the intelligence so it doesn't lose track. The most easiest way to start again, them 3 dots in the corner of your ChatGPT, and it says, you click on it and you put delete. The bottom one says delete chat. Delete, start again. Don't think because you started one, you can't start another one. If it's playing up, it's because it's overwhelmed and it's doing its own thing. Immediately stop, reset, start again. It takes a bit of time, but the output is far more superior than just trying to muddle through it. Number 19, output of the parameters. When you start with what you want and the prompt ends with the start of something, an idea that you are trying to get to. For instance, I want to build a product. The end result for this conversation, Grace, is I want a cohesive product for this specific person with these specific results. That's what I'm aiming for. The more context you give it, the more conversations you have, the easier it is for the LLM to understand what you want and then guide you through the process. It will ask you deeper questions. Answer them. If that's not the line of questioning you want, or it's not simplified enough, tell it. Don't expect the conversation to go forward because it does what it wants. It will go off in a completely different direction. That is not the ideal way to use this. It is drawing off billions of points of data. Here are I'm going to go into the how I'm using which models in a bit. The principle of number 20 is the detailed request. Write a detailed essay or text on a single topic. Explicitly for comprehensive coverage. You must ask for comprehensive, in-depth analysis. If you don't ask it, it will not do it. Simple as that. It will do exactly how you what you prompt it to do, but it won't do what it won't prompt you to do. Same as a child. If you want a child to go right, you ask them to go right. If you want a child to go left, you ask them to go left. If you don't ask them, they will carry on straight. This LLMs and AI is the same thing. This is very simplified, by the way. If you haven't noticed, I'm trying to condense it all so it's understandable. Principle number 21. Style preservation edits. Grammar matters. Vocabulary matters. I've had my ChatGPT, Grace, speak Welsh to me, speak Indian to me, speak Mandarin to me. I didn't ask it to. It was picking up on noise at the background and it didn't understand what I was saying and it thought I was speaking a different language. Be clear, concise, and maintain English grammar. If you don't like the style of something, ask it to change. If you do, tell it, this is awesome. I love this. Let's do more of this. If you don't tell it, it doesn't know. When you're coding, for those coders out there, you don't need to be going to get degrees and all the rest of that stuff. All you need is to be coherent in what you want and have a direction. So multi-file coding is something that is or was very complex, and you had to go for multiple courses, understand it, etc., video creation, and also image creation as well. You don't need to be a genius to work all this out. You just need 20 to 30 minutes per day practice time. So multi-file coding, it means you have a large language model paper there and paper there, paper there, paper there. Combine them all, and then you start to build up a momentum, not just with you, but with everybody else. Who does what, where, what happens in this respect, what happens in that respect. But the more you spend time understanding the direction and prompting and getting to the foundation of what you want, the easier all this stuff becomes. Here are the 5 categories to master. There are only 5. And I'm going to go in another session in depth in all of these categories and tell you what they all do and how to do them over a period of time, because I'll overwhelm you here. Number 1, structure and clarity. Give it absolute structure. Prompt it, you are this, expert, authority, and then I want you to do this. Specific information. Give it the specifics and all the information you have. User interactions next. Have a conversation. Ask it to ask you questions for clarification until it is 95% sure of the output, and it is 95% sure it can deliver that output. Next, the context and style of speech. Punctuation matters. Bullet points, simplified language. I always say give it me in 4th grade reading level, because I want to understand it. I don't need long, complicated words to confuse me. The last one, for complex tasks, please break them down. Do not try and overload one chat with 19 different PDFs, 17 different case studies, and one direction. You will lose and get the minimal and poor output all of the time. I have tried this. I've tested it. I've heard about people trying to do this. It doesn't work. So take it for someone who's actually tried that and failed miserably. The structure and clarity. With all of this, be affirmative with the directives that you're giving it. As in, I need this, thank you. Be polite, as I said always. Use leading words. Use dilemmas as examples. I have a problem. These are the outputs I want. Specific information. Give it as much cognitive and intellectual information as you can. Don't be shy. Try and layer it on so it can have context. The more context it has, the better output it can give you. I explain like a 5-year-old. If you have screenshots and you're on a PC or a Mac, use screenshots. If you're on a phone, just click the phone, get a picture, and put it in there. All of the time, you're feeding it information. It's then gathering information and learning about what you want, which then can deliver the best possible result. Here is what I would like you to do and take away from this. Start small. Rome wasn't built in a day. Know this. You're not an expert. I've never met an expert in AI for the simple reason it moves so fast. One day it's this, the next day it's something else. Don't listen to the experts all the time. Listen to people who are constantly learning, because they're the ones that really are in it and in the weeds and understanding it. Everything that I've just shared here has been from my own experience, and my own experience from the last 2 or 3 years since artificial intelligence hit the scene. I'm not a prompting expert. I'm not the AI guru in the world, far from it. But if you build your own toolkits and you use 3 to 5 of these principles, you start testing it. Write down and jot down what works, what prompt works for you, and then refine it. Understand more. Understand that every single component of these can help you up level not just your business, but your life. It can build structures and education for your clients. If you're an entrepreneur, you're coaching, whatever you're doing, you can really go deeper with it. If you want to go to that next level and you have an inclination, please reach out. I'm always available. Hit me up on LinkedIn. I'm just Baz Porter, or subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Go and see the House community. These are all resources. And if you want to understand more, I'm going to answer some questions in a moment. So if you have them, throw them in the chat and I'm happy to answer them. I'm just going back. Don't be sorry for interrupting, because that's what I'm here for. So if you have questions, please reach out. Please ask me, because I'm happy to answer them. If you need to go deep and you want to understand more about coaching or personal development or business, reach out to me on LinkedIn or YouTube, one of the two. Happy to answer any questions there. If you have any questions, please answer them, because I'm waiting. April, if you're around. Paulina, if you're around. Polly. Mike, if you're about. Don't know who else is here. Don't know how to spell that name. If not, happy to answer questions. Hit me up in the DMs, and don't be vulgar or anything else, because I would ignore you. And me or one of the team will get back to you. For myself, thanks for listening. Share the video. You're awesome. Do better. Do better for the future. Learn more and be open to understanding what your next level is. I'm Baz. Thanks for listening. Speak to you soon.